All right, I am here with Jesse Maloney, and today he and a bunch of other Free Staters and Free Keene Liberty activists went over to Milford for an event. I guess it was an arraignment for Mike Barsky, and we had another incident during that day. So, Jesse, I'm going to let you take over with the story from here.
Well, pretty much the court had, I guess, a rule that prohibited hats from being worn in the courtroom. And myself and Charlie, we'd been asked to remove our hats before in a courtroom or a courtroom-like setting, and we didn't really feel it was actually necessary. It certainly wasn't hurting anybody, and it's just an article of clothing, really. That's just kind of an accessory. So we went in, and when I was told first to remove my hat, I said that I would politely refuse to move it, and I would be doing so on moral grounds. When they pretty much said, well, take it off or you're going to be taken out, and then the judge got involved, and she asked me what my reasons were after they put me in cuffs, and I said moral issues, and she said explain them, and I kind of got somewhere, and then I said, you know what, I'm not really in a position to be explaining my views to you right now. I just want to wear my hat and sit down and be left alone.
So you went through the normal, I guess there's a lobby area, and then you get into the courtroom. How long were you in the courtroom before they told you to take your hat off?
15 seconds.
All right, and so the judge was already in. It's not like in Keene where the judge
Nope.
waits about 20 minutes before coming in.
That's right, the judge was already in there.
All right, so you get all the way in, and the bailiff asks you to take your hat off, and you refuse. How many times did he ask you?
I lost count, to be honest with
Oh,
you.
so
But
more than 2?
It was upwards, maybe 7 times. They told me to take it off, and they didn't so much tell me or ask me to. They demanded that I take it off, and when I said I'd prefer not to and that I wasn't hurting anybody, they basically gave me the whole song and dance. Well, it's either that or we drag you out. And I opted for
So
dragging.
they did warn you for an arrest, and then then you still refused, and they did arrest you.
Yes.
And then later on, so what happened after that?
They put me in an office, and then at the same time that they were putting me in the office, Charlie was having an issue too because he wouldn't take off his hat, and when he was just asking them to cite the law that required that he actually remove his hat, they ended up getting physical with him. An officer said, "Why are you assaulting me?" When Charlie didn't touch him. Charlie was just asking him questions. And then Charlie was pinned up against the wall. They body checked him and twisted his arms behind his back. Charlie's a very small guy. He's very frail. So it's, no offense, Charlie. But pretty much that's how it went. And then we were both put in the same office, and then we were taken off.
And then you went to, did you go back to see the judge?
Yes, after we were booked at Milford Police Department, we went back and saw the judge, and we had our own arraignment today, and we're...
Now what did that involve? Did you have to plead guilty or not guilty?
Yeah, and we both pled not guilty.
All right.
So.
Do you know what kind of penalty you're looking at if they decide that this wearing a hat is disorderly conduct?
I don't know what the penalty is, but the prosecutor did come to Charlie and I afterwards, after we had entered our pleas. He said, also, I want you guys to think about this. If you enter no contest, you would already have just time served. And
so they were willing to let you off that day for the 25 minutes you served or whatever it was?
No, we were in processing for a good 4 hours, I'd say.
Oh, okay, so 4 hours time served, but either way, they were willing to let you off at a half day's time.
Yeah.
If you just didn't contest it.
Right.
Well, we'll see what happens. And that is on your head, the hat that got you arrested today?
This is the hat that got me arrested. It's a very nice hat. I like it a lot. It's got a grenade on it. This has been a major selling point for me. When I bought it, I thought, oh, it's got a grenade.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, and I'm sure any viewers who have questions for you are able to pose them on freekeene.com, and you'll be monitoring the comments there.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.